I hope you're doing well today, and we're going to go over top 5 chemistry teacher websites to check out. And guess what? They are free. Now, this all came about because I have a colleague right now who's getting ready for her tenure observation. That means she's been working hard. This is her 4th year. We're in New York State, so she has to, of course, get the superintendent's approval to remain on board and get her tenure in chemistry. So we were talking about some different things to do for her tenure lesson plan on gas laws. And it made me realize, you know what? There are some really good websites out there that teachers might not know about or don't have the time to check out or at least look for, and that's where this comes in. So we are going to go ahead and count them down. We are starting with number 5. Now, these are really in no particular order, but I'll kind of give you from 5 all the way down to my favorite number 1 that I use most often. And all of the links for all of these websites I'll have in the description also. And hey, if you haven't subscribed already, please think about it. Just hit that subscribe button. Here it is, Kenybear.com. This is a teacher, I believe from California, but don't quote me on that, that put a whole bunch of his resources out on the internet a while ago. It's still a really good site, and I would highly recommend checking it out, especially if you're teaching honors or eventually might be teaching AP chemistry. And just scrolling on down here for a moment is handouts. He gives you everything in his handouts. I mean, couldn't be more generous. Some AP tutorials, animated molecules. That's always great for any chemistry level. Stuff you should know for the AP test. Now, I believe this is before the AP chemistry had changed everything over, but there is still a lot of solid chemistry in there for your students. If we scroll down a little bit more, again, AP study cards, some demonstrations and things, I would check it out. And again, if we go here up to the top, when it comes to handouts, if you click on it, he is going to let you drop everything down into a Dropbox. I mean, you couldn't get more generous than that. So check out Kenybear.com. Coming in at number 4 are chemistry simulations from the University of Oregon. You see here you can search demos, you can browse by topic, whatever you're looking for. There's some really good demonstrations here that you can go ahead and use completely for free. And I'll give you an example of where I've used it is with electrochemistry. Electrochemistry, a lot of times you might not have the materials or things that you can have the kids work with in the lab, so you can show them here on this site. So there are demonstrations here, there's some simulations, good pictures, all kinds of things. Yeah, it's going to take a little bit of time maybe to go through it and pull out of it what you would need, but at the same time, it's a good place to go. That's, I guess, what I'm getting at. All right, we are up to number 3. This website comes to us from the University of Colorado. We call it at school Colorado PhET, P-H-E-T, and there are a lot of simulations for chemistry as well as physics, maybe even biology, but we're interested in what's going on for chemistry. Of course, when you're dealing with things down at the atomic level or particulate level, it's hard for kids to imagine what in the heck you're talking about. And you already see the fusion, gases, gas properties, black body spectrum. I'm just going to go ahead and click on the states of matter basics. Let's check it out. We're going to press play. All right. And if we just go ahead, let's go to phase changes. Of course, what are we looking at here? We're looking at a solid. If we heat it up, apply some heat, notice what's happening. Particles are getting away from one another. They're changing phase. There's a whole bunch of things you can do with this. You can do labs with this. You can just show it as a demo in the front of the room, set it up for homework. There are a lot of contributing teachers that have posted labs and activities for you to do with your students. So check out Colorado PhET, P-H-E-T. We are at number 2. We're talking here about what's called Chem 13 News Magazine. Comes out of the University of Waterloo up in Canada. There's some really good stuff that Waterloo and the contributors have to offer to all chemistry teachers. You can see it right here. We can browse by category. We can check out lessons. There's archives of a lot of the different magazines. I believe it's published quarterly. Just go ahead and poke around everything that you see. It's not going to cost you a dime. Highly recommend checking out the University of Waterloo Chem 13 magazine. We jump back into the United States for number one, and that is going to be a branch of the American Chemical Society known as a magazine called Chem Matters. This magazine brings chemistry down to the high school student level and has some really interesting articles about all the different things around us in life. If I scroll down, here are some of the latest articles that you can go ahead and click on and use. There's resources for teachers, issues. Now, if you're looking for, more articles, you will be asked to subscribe, and there it is a paid subscription. I believe again this comes out quarterly, but it is extremely inexpensive. $16 per year. And you get not only some great articles, but then they give you teacher resources to back up those articles. You can check it out for free if it's something you think it's worthwhile. I think it is for $16. It's really a good bargain. But check it out for yourself. And that is the 5 resources that maybe you didn't know about before. Now, I'm going to give you one more as a bonus. And this site is something that's free for all educators. And as a matter of fact, that's how I put together some of my slides for YouTube videos, my handouts from my students. I have them use this site as well, and that is canva.com. This is an amazing site. Let's go to the homepage. So canva.com, if you've never heard of it before, you're definitely going to want to check it out. There's all different kinds of things you can create with this. I think it is an incredibly powerful website and tool. And if we just go ahead and click on education, all right, there's all kinds of things that both teachers can do and students can do. And anybody actually, and that includes just the general public, can use Canva for free. But if you want to use all the resources, you need a pro subscription like I have. If you're going to use it though for schools, you can get a subscription for free because you're a teacher. And you see that right here. It says it's 100% free. You're just going to have to get verified. You would, send in some information, and you would be able to use Canva and its resources for free. So check out Canva, check out the other 5 when you get a chance. I think that you'll find information, almost maybe too much information, in all of those different websites. And just keep working hard. Again, you're being inspired so you can turn around and inspire your students as well.